Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, Gary Neville, Roy Cropper, everyone who's ever had a pint in Coronation Street pub, you can stick that one up your arse because the Champions League chase is back on, and what a day it's been. The Manchester United match vote's coming up, so make sure you stick around. Welcome back to Black White Banter, you lovely Newcastle fans. I'm making the walk, as I always do at the start of these vlogs, but this one, yes, I've bounced out the shout to local hero because we haven't had football for 2 weeks, and I cannot wait to get back in St James's Park. But it was a nervous shower, couple of poos as well, because there's not many fixtures that get me nervous, but it's Manchester United at home is one of the big ones that does. Not many, the cup final may be the exception. This, and obviously Sunderland, the derby, is the one where I think about how great it could be if we got a result at the full-time whistle, because I absolutely hate them. And obviously with the cup final in mind as well, how that ended, the league positions, what we can achieve today. I don't actually think it's the end of the world if we lose. I don't, because the other teams below us all had terrible results over the weekend and around us. And it's been an incredible season regardless, and we're looking like we're back. Our season's kind of restarted. But other side to that, if we won today, my God, level on points with them, games in hand to come, it could be a cracking result. But obviously, if you want to check out the match preview, that's just below. If you're new to Black and White Banter, or if you're not new, give us one of them on this glorious sunny day. It doesn't do you any harm. I'm going to get over to St James's Park. I'm going to grab a beer. I'm going to wait for the teams to come in. Let's get into these awful mank bastards. Are we the lads? Even got myself a little beer for the road today, because why the fuck not? It's Man United at home. Half-time, 0-0. How are we not winning that game? How have we not taken some chances there? Isaac's come close. De Gea's made a couple of lucky saves. Longstaff's whistled one past the post. Just chance after chance after chance. Intensity's been good. Possession's been good. Aggression's been good. Man United are there for the taking. This is a really poor Man United side in that first half, and I hate to say it, but I'm worried that it's going to come back to bite us on the arse. That's what I'm most concerned about. I hope I'm wrong on that. I hope we keep the intensity up. I hope we've got players to come off the bench, your Joe Lintons, your Wilsons. Long may that continue. I tell you what, that first half performance tastes a lot better than this lager does, that's for sure. Couple of sloppy bits of play here and there, but generally speaking, everybody's been on it. Longstaff and Trippier, maybe not the best performances in the first half. Isaac looks sharp as a dart, as we expected him to, and I just really hope we can put these to the sword, because this would be huge. And that first half, apart from a goal, was fantastic. Come on, the boys. joined by Alan after that absolutely fan-fucking-tastic performance. Alan, sum that game up.
From 1 to 11, absolutely outstanding. Nothing lucky, deserved it. Shame we didn't get the result at Wembley, but that does sort of make up for it in my eyes. I've absolutely enjoyed every minute of it.
That was going to be my first question. Does that feel like a little bit of revenge? Of course, we would have liked the trophy in the cabinet if you were going to choose a game to win, but does that taste a little bit sweet because of that loss?
Mate, I'm still scarred by 0-1 Cantona all them years ago. Any victory over these is sweet revenge for me in my eyes.
Happy days. And who, difficult question, because we were absolutely on it today from the first whistle to the last, who was your man of the match today? If you had to.
God, if I had to. You know who I thought was superb and I was disappointed he went off? I thought Maxi had Diallo. I thought he had him. He didn't quite finish, which Maxi does frustrate you like that, you know.
Yeah, he does.
It does frustrate. Honestly, 1 to 11, I love the lot of them. They're superb, mate. They're superb.
And with regards to what that cracking performance, but more importantly the result does, I mean, I was talking to fans a couple of weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, saying Champions League football, no, probably 6th, 7th I was getting, which I was kind of that. What's your thoughts now?
All our draws, I thought it cost we. We've hit form. It's the right time. My pals want Everton to go down, personally. I want Everton to beat Spurs, keep them behind me.
Yeah.
It's ours to lose.
You've got to be selfish with results like that, haven't you?
Although, 3 away games in a row, it's tough. Not many teams win 3 in a row away from home.
No.
Let's give it a go, though. See
where do you think we'll finish end of the season? Now that we level on points with Man U, who people were looking at one of the teams who was running away from that little group of teams going for the 4th spot.
I'm a pessimist and a realist, mate. I'm probably going to pee on your chips. I'll say 5th.
Hey, there's no chips to pee on. This is your opinion.
I'll say 5th.
Right.
Which hope I'm wrong.
Won't be a cracking season, let's face it.
Oh God, Wembley in 5th. Bloody hell. And my local club Gateshead got there yesterday and all Wembley. Brilliant.
Happy days. Are you going down to Wembley for Gateshead?
I am.
Happy days.
Great weekend for football.
Fantastic. Enjoy the rest of your night. I've just stopped Peter there just as he's coming out of the match. Peter, hope you're on cloud 9 like I am after that. Sum up that performance as best you can.
It was a brilliant performance, better than 3 or 4 weeks ago when we played them in the final. But to get 2 goals against them, it was great.
And this is a difficult question that I'm firing, who was your man of the match today? I know pretty much everyone on that field played brilliant today.
Yes, everybody on the field, but I don't know. I think quite a few of them were man of the match. I don't know who got the man of the match, but...
Who's yours? Go on, if you had to give us a name.
Oh, I like Bruno, the way he played today.
He dictates things in that middle for us, doesn't he, creativity-wise?
Yeah, no, it was a good match.
And a couple of weeks ago I was talking to fans and a lot were saying, because of the results, how we've gotten so many draws, the Champions League was looking a little bit unlikely. Because we've now gone level on points with Man U, who were one of the teams who were apparently pulling away from that top 4 challenge, from us and Tottenham and whatnot, where do you see us finishing now after that?
I think we just have to wait to see what we do against Manchester City and Arsenal and then just go on from there. But we'll see, we could be in the top 3 or the top 4.
I mean, anywhere in that top 6 will be a fantastic season. I think we all expectations just change a little bit, don't they, with certain results?
Yeah, the results have made it this year, so there's not many more matches left of the season, so hopefully we'll be in the top 6, yes.
Yeah. And are you going to go and enjoy a couple of beers to celebrate that one, or...?
No, not that. It's a long way home, so...
Right. Well, enjoy that trip. I'm sure you will. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Right, I'm just joined by Un, just outside the stadium. Try and sum up that performance as best you can, because I'm assuming you're on cloud 9 like I am.
It was revenge, innit? I mean, I probably hate Man United. At the end of the day, like, my granddad was a big Newcastle fan, and I've kept up his Alan Shearer posters, so, like, you know, I've always got a soft spot for them. So, and I hate Man United because my dad's a Man City fan. So, watching this here, I was gutted about the League Cup. So this, delighted, you know what I mean?
Happy days. And difficult question I'm going to fire at you. Who was your man of the match today?
Well,
I know it's a difficult one.
Am I allowed to not give an answer? I don't know, Bruno, I guess, but I'll probably get stick for it, you know. But, no.
Every player on the pitch?
To be honest, I can't really, like... If you ask me to name one player who didn't give 10 out of 10, I can't think, really, you know.
Yeah. And in terms of, obviously, there's a lot of fans that have been saying, because of how many draws we've had, the Champions League was looking more unlikely as the weeks have gone on. because with that result now, are you a little bit more hopeful now that we can finish in them Champions League spots?
Well, I think I've heard that have Newcastle not gone ahead of Man United?
Level on points.
Level on points, so I don't know what the goal difference is, but of course it's on. I'd only lost 2 games of the season, or one until a few weeks, maybe months ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely it's on. Absolutely it's on. And I'll tell you what, Newcastle, if they get the Champions League right, I don't think they'll flop. You know, I honestly, I love this club. It's not my club. My club's Darlington, right? But
Right.
I do love it. It's my granddad's club, and I know Newcastle will.
So were you at the game today?
Yeah, I was at the game.
Right, okay, right.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, it's got new Champions League's on. It's of course it's on. And next season.
Well, it's interesting to get more of like a neutral's. So obviously, I should have asked you at the start. It's interesting to get more of a neutral's point of view to a degree. I know you said you've got a soft spot for them.
I'm not a neutral because I really don't like Man United. You know, I love Newcastle. I'm not neutral. I really did want Newcastle to win. I do love this club. You know, if anyone ever asks me to go here, I'm always going. You know. It doesn't take me long.
Everyone who comes to Newcastle has a soft spot for the place. It's just what we do.
It's my favourite place. It's my favourite place in the world. You know, I'm so happy to live in the North East. This is the pride of the North East. Darlington's it's all right on Saturdays, I guess, but it's shit. Played Chester and got battered, so no, this is nice and refreshing.
Well, it's refreshing for me to speak to someone who's maybe not die-hard Newcastle fan, but obviously to speak to someone. I mean, I'm originally from Shildon, so I know Darlow quite well.
I know Shildon,
Yeah. So thank you very much for your time, mate. And it's nice to hear we have a mutual hatred of Man United as well. Full time, 2-0. Roy Cropper, Gary Neville, Roy Keane, everyone who's ever had a pint in the Rovers return, the Stone Roses, Conor McGregor, David Beckham. Every single person from London, you can stick that one up your arse, and you can stick those Carabao Cup final medals up your arse, because your boys have just taken an absolute battering. Absolutely brilliant from the first whistle to the last. I said on the match preview, I said at the start of this video how much I personally hate Man United, and seeing them empty seats on 85 minutes in that away end was nothing short but of absolute perfection. Like I say, we were just fantastic. That is what Eddie Howe has created, and that is what our team is capable of. Yes, we might not always be fantastic in front of goal, because we could have won that match by 3, by 4, by 5. We've absolutely battered them, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Nick Pope has barely had anything to do. Literally, I think he's got through 2 books in that match, because there was that little in our, from a defensive point of view from us, because we controlled the ball, we controlled the tempo, we got at them. Alexander Isak, I mean, for me to talk about standout performances is difficult because it was that much of a brilliant game, but Isak is looking absolutely class, and I stand by what I said after the Forest game. He is the reason that we are now looking better in that final third. I feel like he's given everyone a lift, and he just looks a class above. He looks an absolute class above. And then you've got Callum Wilson coming off the bench, who's chomping to get in there because he's now got competition for his place, and he's banged one in as well. Things looking rosy in the attacking garden again. Yes, we could have scored more today. Yes, I was worried at half time. But what an absolutely cracking performance. I live for days like this. Days like these, beating that awful lot at home after we've just lost to them in the Carabao Cup final, are the days as a football fan that you live for. And I tell you what, people saying Man United were running away. They weren't in this top 4 tussle. Well, we've just gone level on points with them. One of the most informed teams in Europe. So I don't know where that leaves us now. I've spoken to fans. Fans are now more hopeful about Champions League. Am I? I don't know, because we are an informed team that West Ham don't want to play on Wednesday, Brentford don't want to play on Saturday, and then we've got Aston Villa, a hard place to go the week after. So we're not at home for a while, but why can this team not pick up 7 points from them 3 games? Why can this team not pick up 6 points from them 3 games? I'm confident again, and I feel like our season is reignited after that Wolves game. And that Man United performance today has blown me away. I thought we were good. We were going to be good today. I backed the draw, but that was absolutely brilliant. And every single one of them players deserves a pat on the back and a massive pint and a Jaeger bomb, because I tell you what, they should enjoy that tonight, because that was fantastic. And I hope every single Man United fan, whether they go to London, whether they get on the flight somewhere else in the country, whatever, enjoys that lovely trip back. Little bit of revenge there, but onwards and upwards to West Ham we go. What a night, Newcastle fans. If you've liked this match vlog, drop down, whack that subscribe button, give us a little like, and just enjoy the rest of your weekend. Strut yourself into work tomorrow morning, whether it's with a hangover or not, because we have just absolutely battered Manchester United, and it doesn't get any sweeter than that from my point of view. I'll see you on the next video for the West Ham match preview, Newcastle fans, and enjoy your weekend. However, lads.